Hey guys, Vern Dahnke, the Click and Picket guy. So today I'm going to take you to Pulangbato Falls and I'm going to show you how I like to use the area for taking photos for my model photo shoots. Now, today we're going to start a series called What Do You See? What do you see? And I think that's almost as important, if not more important, than learning and mastering all the settings that you could have. Because if you don't know what you see, what kind of photos are you going to have? So let's get into that. Let's check it out.
Click, 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 click and a picket. Click, 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 click and a picket. Click, 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 click and a picket. Click, click, click.
Hey guys, today we're at a special location. This is an area that I've been to several times before. Now, the reason I've taken you here is if I'm going to be doing photography tutorials, then the best thing I could do is take you out into the field and show you what I do, why I do it, and give you an idea of how I think when I'm out shooting things. So today we're at Pulangbato Falls, and this is on the island of Negros in Negros Oriental. And the reason I like this spot here is because it's just beyond what most tourists use for photography. It is part of the big boulder stream that's just beyond the main attraction, the falls, and most people never come down here. And the reason I like this here is because of this huge strewn boulder field, and it's just a wonderful spot to take photos. Most people totally overlook this spot, and this is probably my favorite spot to take photos, and I'll show you some of my photos that I've taken here. I've done some model fashion photography in this location that I'm standing right now, and they come out with some amazing shots. Most people will just go straight to the falls and that will be their primary shoot. And that's okay. If that's all you want is, hey, look at me, I'm at the falls. But if you want something a little more specialized, a little more unique, different than the stock images that most people will get, then you have to kind of go outside the main boundary, look around, see what things that area has to offer other than the main attraction. And that's usually what I look for first. So I like to use these amazing red boulders behind me. The contrast that they offer for photography is pretty amazing. Most places you'll get the gray, kind of subtle washed out boulder look, but these are covered with most red iron deposits, and they kind of give for a striking photo, and for me it adds a lot of contrast. So this place is kind of special for the red minerals, the iron minerals that color the rocks red. So that's one of the reasons I choose this area. It's not a really pretty river with the red coming through there, but it adds another dimension to your photography other than just a plain clear stream going through. All right, so I'm gonna do a little slow pan through this area, and you can see some of the rocks in here. I've posed my models on top of the rocks. I've posed my models alongside the rocks, and I've posed them in between the rocks in this little hole here, and I'll show you some of the pictures. So this is just a very unique, so look at this spot right here to set your model right on the rocks down in there. Imagine how nice of a shot you get sitting in there. You got the river flowing through. Just makes for a really nice ambience in your shots. You got a little bit of greenery to add into your photo. And then you've got the contrast with the light. It's lighter and darker in different areas, and that can really accent your shots too. Got a little bit of white water. So you can have a lot of possibilities here. Just a really unique area. So the question, what do you see when you look around? And what can you do with what do you see? That's really the biggest question. See, that could be a photo right there. Kind of put the green on the crosshairs and make that a photo. So really, photography has to be done somewhere, right? You have to pick a location, you have to pick a subject or several subjects, and you have to learn how to look at things. Your settings are only as important as what you're trying to photograph. And I think what you see is probably more important than your settings, because you can train yourself how to have the perfect settings But to train yourself how to see something, that's a skill that takes a lot of time to perfect. And even me, with all of the things that I've done visually my whole life, I'm still learning and I'm still growing. It's just a ladder, go a step at a time. And to me, that's what this little series that I'm gonna make now is about. What do you see? I think it's probably the most important thing in photography. And it's something that you need to consider every time you go somewhere, every time you pull that camera out of the bag. You need to think to yourself, what do I see? What am I looking at? How can I use this to my benefit? And when you're driving along in your car or you're watching TV or whatever, you need to say to your mind, oh, that's a shot, that's a shot, that's a shot, that's a shot. And eventually you'll train your mind to look for those opportunities, to look for the different angles, to look for the different ways that you can see things. And that's what I want out of you. That's my hope, that you will train your mind to see the things that you need to see and to see differently than everybody else sees, okay? So hopefully that's helped you. So for me, being down by the water, this is pretty special. I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I lived within walking distance of Minnehaha Creek and Minnehaha Falls. So listening to that water, that brings back some really sweet memories that I had as a kid. I used to walk the trails along the river all summer long as a kid, looking for places to explore, looking for old bottles, looking for telephone pole insulators. So anytime I hear that rushing water, it's always special for me. It brings back those memories. And the cool thing is I'm able to make new memories in a new location, in a new spot. And so for me, that's what traveling is all about. It's about getting out, exploring, learning who you are, connecting your past to your future, and then growing forward. So always bring your camera with you to capture those times. As you go forward in life, you'll always regret not having photos of the past to look back, because every day is a gift. And if you can share that gift with somebody else, how much better is that, right? For me, it's invaluable. I'm not only giving a gift today, I'm giving a gift for future generations. So that's what photography means to me. When I was a kid looking at those old photos, somebody took those photos. That was somebody's moment, somebody's memory. And today you get to look at my moment, my memory, and hopefully I inspire you to make those new moments and those new memories and make it special for you, your family, and all the people you can inspire. So hopefully I helped you, and if I have, go ahead and throw me a like, click subscribe, and let's grow together. Thank you.
Click, 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 click and a picket. Click, 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 click and a picket. Click, 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 click and a picket. Click, click, click.